Okay guys, so in this video I want to show you how to use the Camtasia video editor or the Camtasia studio. Camtasia is not a really talked about video editor, but it's actually very incredibly powerful and at the same time easy to use. I've been using Camtasia for close to 3 years now, and it's become my go-to video editor anytime that I want to edit videos. This is largely because the interface is very easy and it doesn't intimidate. I tried to open DaVinci Resolve, even though it's a fine software. I just felt intimidated by the size because I'm not a professional video editor. I just make very simple video edits that I can upload to my YouTube channel. So even if you're a professional video editor, you have some fine features that you can use inside of the Camtasia Studio or inside of the Camtasia video editor. So Camtasia primarily comes with a screen recorder that allows you to just edit your screen recording in the Camtasia Studio. So I already made a video on how to use the Camtasia screen recorder. So if you want to know how to record your screen using Camtasia, you can watch the video in the description of this very video, or I'll link it at the top of this very video. So after recording your screen, you come to the video editor, the Camtasia video editor, and this is the interface you are going to get. Like I said, the interface is very simple and you can see your timeline. The first thing I like to do is to actually see if I can understand the interface, and I like that the interface is always simple so I don't feel overwhelmed. So I'm going to walk you through the things, the features you get from Camtasia, and then we are going to upload some media that we will edit using Camtasia. So right here is the media bin. So you can import different kind of medias from the Camtasia recording or any screen recording at all, as long as you have this screen recorded or screen recorded in MP4, you can import it into Camtasia. So but you are going to be importing it as a video, which means you can basically import any video you want into Camtasia. You can import audio files, music files, and stuff like that. You can import pictures or GIFs into the Camtasia. So if you come here where you have the plus icon, you can equally import it straight, import all your files or your medias from your Google Drive directly. So if you come to library, you have some pre-made templates that Camtasia or TextSmith is allowing you to use. So if you come to this audio folder, you see some music that Camtasia allows you to use in your edit or in your videos. So again, if you come to counters, you have different countdown stuffs that you can use. If you come to indicators plus tests, if you click on it, you are going to find these are subfolders inside the indicators. So you can see some of these fine titles that people make in their videos. You have pre-made templates that you can edit and use, provided to you by the Camtasia team. So you can scroll through and find different kind of libraries or different folders containing medias or templates from Camtasia for free. So if you come to favorite, this is where you keep all the things you favorited. Like you can save icons, you can save effects, you can save call out, video enhancements, every other thing, so that next time when you want to use it, you can just go to your favorites tab and just drag and drop. This makes the editing faster for you. So you come to annotations, and here you have different kind of things that you can use from Camtasia. So this is where you equally find the text. If you want to add text to your videos, this is where you find text. This is where you find different kind of call outs, And if you come right here where you have arrows and signs, you have different kind of arrows or signs that you can use to make your videos become even more engaging. And all of these files or templates can be edited and animated to give even more life to your video. So if you come here, we have shapes. You have different kind of shapes that you can use in Camtasia. These shapes are actually limited, but that's what you get. Now we come to blur and highlight. So if you want to blur a certain part of your video, you can use blur. If you want to highlight a certain part of your video, you can equally use highlights. If you want to use this text right up highlight, you can equally do that. If you want to pixelate, we are going to look at what we can do with that. So again, if you come here, you have sketch motion. So you want to draw on your video. Camtasia allows you to do that. So you have some that you can use. So right here, I don't use this. I don't know what this actually does. So if you come to transition, you have different kind of transitions that Camtasia will allow you to do by just dragging and dropping them at the transition point of your video. We will equally try that out. So if you come to behaviors, you have different kind of behaviors you can add to your images, your videos, and your text inside of Camtasia. Again, we are going to look at that. So let's go to more, and from more, you can equally add animations. You can enable zoom options, you can move the playhead, you can do video call out and group everything. So you can zoom in to 100% or lower. So that's what you get with the animation inside of Camtasia. So if you are doing screen recording or you are using screen recorders with a mouse or a cursor effect, you can select what you want your cursor to do. So you can use cursor highlights where you make videos and your cursor, the movement of your mouse is going to be highlighted. So it becomes easy for people to follow your video through. So it's the same thing with magnify. You can magnify where your cursor is so that people can actually see it better. You can use a spotlight. So you see that Camtasia comes with a lot of packed effects. So if you come here where it says left click, you have other things that you can use to left for your cursor. These are basically cursor effects that you can use, and you have a lot of them. So if you want your cursor effect when you left click to show some kind of effects, this is what it's going to, these are the options you have. If you come to right click, these are equally the same options you have. So every time you right click on your mouse, you want it to generate some kind of effect, you can just select any of them here. So if you come down again, you have voice narration. So with Camtasia, as I'm recording, you can see that I can do a narration. So I can start recording my voice even as I do this, and Camtasia is going to help me write out even the script. It's going to type out the script here for me, or I can just copy and paste a script here and then ask it to do a voice narration for me, and it's going to do a voice narration for me. So again, if you come down, you have the audio effects. This allows you to compress your audio, add clip speed to your audio. You can add some emphasis on your audio. You can do fade in, you can do fade out, and you can do noise removal. So these are just basic audio editing features that Camtasia allows you to use in the video editor. I hope you are finding value in this video. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section. I'll do my best to reply to each and every question that comes my way. So again, you can come to the visual effect, which is like the video effect. So from here, you can see that Camtasia allows you to remove green screens. So you can remove green screens with just a click inside of Camtasia. You can add spotlight, you can do outline edges, you can do motion blur, you can do interactive hotspot, you can do media mates, like cutting out a particular part of your video if you want it to be circular, if you want it to take a particular shape. You can do drop shadow, you can do glow, you can do device frame, you can change your color at the top. This is the color blend. This is new. I've not really tried this. I don't know how to blend colors. My videos are usually very simple, but you can do something decent with this. You can add border, and that's for the visual effects. So I think this is basically all. So let's look at the behavior. I think we already talked about this, but this you can just use to add some life to your text, your images, and whatever. So if you come down, this is actually your timeline. This is where all your media is going to come. Video editing is about adding media together. So you add videos, you add images, you add effects, you add audios, and then you export everything and it becomes a full one video. So you need media that you are going to upload, and this is going to be your media bin. And these are the tracks. So you have track 1, track 2, track 3. So if you want to lay tracks on top of each other, this is where you can do all of them. So you can add another track by just clicking on the plus sign here, and as you can see, we have 6 tracks. All right, so right here we have the redo. So you made a mistake, you want to redo, you can undo, or you can redo. So here you have the cut sign, and here you can just click it to copy a file, a video, an effect, whatever. So you can use this to equally paste what you've copied. You can use this to split, and then this is to add exported frames. You can use this to bring all your media into one timeline so you can see everything the same at the same time. And you use this to zoom your files, to zoom the timeline to see what you are doing properly. So these are basically the features. Let's go into the practical aspects of doing things. So I'm going to go to the media and I'm going to import media. So I click on import media. I have a folder I have dedicated to this. So you can just select everything and move them in. You can just select them and move them, or you can just click open and everything will be imported at the same time. So as you can see, it has been categorized to videos, audios, and then yes, videos, audio. So if you have images, you are going to have some image. Let me add a picture, an image. I thought I had added it before now. So let me go to downloads and look for one picture that we can just use right there. So let me use this Canva and I will just import it. So you see we have an image right here. So you can equally edit how you want these things to show. So you can sort it by the size, the dimension, the date added, the duration and stuff like that. I just like to sort it by type so that it will be easy for me. So we now have all our templates added. Again, you can change the media bin view, how you want it to display. If you don't like it to display this way, you can just come here and say you want everything like this. This might actually be better. So that's or you just want it like this or like this. So I think this one is actually better. So let me stick to this one. So we need to move our media into the timeline. So you can again just select everything and move them in, or you can just move them individually. So I move the video and keep it right here. So I can move the picture and keep it maybe at the top, or if I want it to come right here, if I want it to stay on the timeline, I can equally do that. Anywhere I want it to go, I can do all of that. But before we start the editing properly, let's do a few simple things you can do. So this video, the moment I click on it and then I right click, I have some things I can do. So I can automatically convert it to a placeholder. I can extend the frame. I can repeat the media. So I can either silence the audio or restore the audio. I can add clip speed, or I can edit the audio directly, or I can edit it in another software called Audiate by TechSmith. I don't have that. So you can equally delete it or duplicate it. You can copy it to paste it somewhere. So let's say I want to extract the audio, so I want to separate the audio from the video. So I just click separate audio and video. So you see that the audio has been separated. Now if I want to reduce the size of this video, I just have to click on the edge there, and once I have this double pointed arrow, I can hold my mouse and I can edit them. So you can see these both are edited because they are still under the same frame. But if you select it individually by just clicking on any of them, these edits will apply to just one of those files. All right, so you can reduce this as much as you want, or you can just come here and say you want to split it. You click and then you split. So we now have two files right there. So I'm just going to edit this. So this video is going to be very, very simple. So for the audio, you can equally right click and say you want to delete it or duplicate or do anything you want. But now you want to increase the size of the audio, you can just come right here where you have this audio gain and then just drag it to either the highest or to the lowest, depending on what you want. I like to leave mine at somewhere around 200%. So if your audio is naturally low, you can use this to increase the audio volume. And then you want to edit the audio properly, or you can equally just drag the audio the same way and bring it to this level, but want to add some edits to our audio. So you can come here and go to audio effects. So let's say you want to add a noise removal effect. You can just drag it and drop it, and then you have noise removal here. You can analyze the noise removal, or you can adjust the sensitivity to up to 20 or minus 20. So I just like to leave it at 0, and then the sensitivity, the amount, you can increase to either 48 or to 0. It's by 20 by default. It's at 20 by default, so I generally leave it at 20. So again, you can see that the voice in here is not in rhythm, it's scattered. So I can come here and say I want to do audio compression. So I just drag audio compression and keep it here. As you can see, the audio is now in line. It appears as if everything is now in rhythm. So this is how you do simple basic edits in your Camtasia. This is the music we downloaded, the background music. So you can do the same thing. You can do all the kind of editing that you want. You can reduce the volume. I like to reduce it to say around 5%. So the audio doesn't get, the background music doesn't get higher than my voice. So of course, everything depends on what you want. So you can reduce it again. So let me increase the timeline. So you can just increase the timeline by just holding this arrow and moving it as you want. So now this is our image. You can drop this image anywhere you want. As is the case with any video recorder, the file that stays on top is going to be the one that shows. So this file is going to cover our main video, and if you don't want that to happen, you can equally edit this the image or whatever you've decided to use. If you want it to be a video, you can equally edit it too. So let's say we want to add transitions to our clip. So we already splitted, we created a split right here. So if you come to transition, let's say we want to use this imploding hexagon, you can just drag it and drop it here. You see that it picks only the edges because that is where you add transitions. So let me turn off the volume of this. This is where you add transitions. So if you come right here and you click on play, you see what's going to happen. And this image covers what we've done. So let me just replay that video so you see what I'm talking about. So you see that is our transition. So you have different transitions that you can pick from here and do what you want to do with it. So I have a video that I had added, this one, and we want to remove the green screen. This video has a green screen attached. So this is a subscribe to my channel video. So you can use this opportunity to equally subscribe to my YouTube channel. But now I want to remove the green screen on this video. So Camtasia allows you to do this very easily. Let me increase the size there. So all you have to do is come to the more and go to the visual effect. All right, so you want to use this remove a color. So you drag this effect and then you just drop it on the video. So now when you play it, you see that you still have some of the green screen there. So you pause it, and then when you click on the timeline, you come right here, you want to select the color. So I want this to stay right here. So when you click on the color, you want to use this color selector. So when you click on it, you come here and let me do that again. So you select the color selector, you come here and boom, you see that the green screen is gone. So this is just a simple way for you to remove your green screen. So you see we have our green screen removed in just 2 clicks. So you can add motion blur and stuff like that. So let's look at some of the behaviors we have right here. So behaviors is basically what you want that media to do. So let me use this image. For instance, I want to add this image right here. So I can say I want this image to slide in. So I come to behaviors and then I want to select a particular behavior. So I can say I want this image to slide in. And once this image comes, you see that this image slides in. Again, you can edit the time, how long you want this image to stay displayed, and you can equally come here and you see when this effect takes place, when it slides in, it comes in sliding. All right, it slides from the left, so you can change it to say you want it to slide from the right, and when you go back and you replay it, it's going to slide in from the right. So while it's still in display, you see that it's fading and the movement is linear. So if you do not want it to fade, if you want it to remain static, you can come to during, and instead of using fading, you use none. So when you use none, it's not going to fade, it's just going to remain right there. So if you want, how do you want it to go out? So after the duration, you want it, you see that it slides out, but you want it to like shrink when it's going out. So if you click on that and take it back and going out, you're going to see that, see, it shrinks inside, shrinks and it goes out. So that's how you add behaviors into your files and into basically anything that you want to add. Let's say this other part of the video, you can equally add a slider that after this transition, you want the other part of the video to slide in. This becomes about what you personally want. So you see that it slides in, although it does it very softly because we have 2 effects working at the same time. So now let's go and add, this is not a screen recording, so we do not have a need to add any cursor effects to this. So if you did a screen recording and you wanted to add a cursor effect, this might actually be a very good option for you as it makes your video more engaging. So if you come to video effect again, you can see that you can use blend. So if you look at blend, you can add this effect on top of another effect, and you have very simple edits that you can do from here. I don't do color blending, so I genuinely do not have an idea what all these things can do for you. But if you do color blending, you can find this very, very helpful. So now let's go and add annotations. And annotations simply means some of the things you can add to your video. So you can add text, callouts and stuff like that. But before we add text, let's see how we can add a very nice one that I like to use, which is blur. So sometimes you make videos and you don't want people to see a particular portion of your video, so you can just drag a blur and put it right here. So if I come here and I play this, you will notice that that part of the video becomes blurred. So you can select this, resize it as much as you want, and then it becomes blurred. That aspect of that part of the video becomes blurred, and you can edit the opacity of the blur here if you want it to be slightly transparent. You can add animation, you can add behaviors to it, how it comes into, how the blur comes into the video, or how it leaves. Everything can be edited using the Camtasia Studio. So if you want to add a spotlight, you can equally add a spotlight, and from here you are going to have a spotlight. So this is a spotlight. You can equally increase the spotlight to wherever you want. So if I want this place to be the spotlight, so you see that the other parts of the video becomes blurred, while that part becomes the highlighted part of the video. So if you want to do highlight too, you can do basically that. This just gives you options, variety to do a lot of things that you would want to do. So as you can see, you can make it any color you want, but I don't really want to do anything with that. So now let's say we want to add tests and add a behavior. You can add different kind of call out tests here. If you want to add a test with border, you have to select one of these one that comes with a border already, pre-made borders. Or if you just want to add a test without a border, you can just drag this test and put it right here. So you can extend the duration of this test, and to type on the test you have to come right here, and then this is actually white. Let me move it somewhere darker so you see what I'm doing. So if you come here, you just have to double click on the timeline and you can type your text. Let me say I want to write Camtasia tutorial. So you can resize it, increase the size. You can change the font from here. You can do the resizing, the positioning, everything you want to do. So you can scale it and stuffs like that. But we are fine with this. And let's say if you play this now, you are going to see your text just appear. But that is not enough. Let's say we want to add add an annotation or an animation to this. We want this text to like fly in or fade in. So now I can bring it back here. I can bring the text back here, and I go back to my behavior or behaviors, and then I want this text to like jump and fall in. So I put jump and fall in, and when I play it, it doesn't jump and fall in. Okay, this is because it is a call out test. It is not just a test on its own. So let me go and add another one and show you what I mean. So I go to annotation, and then I come down right here. I want to select this test, and then I move it right here. So I want to double click on it, and then I say Camtasia tutorial. So this is I don't think I got that. Okay, said no suggestion. Why? Tutorial. So yeah, so I got it now, and you can resize it again. So now I can say, let me come and add those behavior, and then I come here, I say drag and fall, and as you can see, it now drags and it falls. So you can again come here and edit after when it has jumped in. What do you want it to do while it's still there? considering the duration. Let's say if I increase the duration, so it's jumped in, and you can see it still slightly jumps in. So if you come here where it says during, you can see that it says jump, but you don't want it to jump. Let's say you want it to pop. So if I come back here and say during, I want this text to keep popping after it has entered. So it will pop. As you can see, it just pops slightly. If you want it to go out, how do you want it to go out? So if I reduce it so we can see how it goes out, you see that for it to go out, it's going to fall like it goes off the screen, but we don't want it to go off the screen. We want it to like say explode. So at the tail end, when it wants to go out, it's going to explode. So you can see that that's a lovely thing you can do with your Camtasia video editor. So I just keep it right here, and this is basically it. This is how you can cut and join in your Camtasia using different media. So Camtasia is actually very powerful, but it's slightly overlooked. I don't know why, maybe because, in fact, I just don't know why. So we have done everything that we need to do. We have looked at how to use how to edit our audio, how to use cursor effects, how to do the voice narration, the visual effects. We have looked at everything from there, and now at the top here you can either change your project settings, you can make it a detached canvas, you can do pan and zoom and everything. So once you have gone through your video and you feel that you are okay with it, then you are ready to export. This is just my video. I made a review video I made for one of my YouTube channels where I review some kind of gadgets or tech related devices. So when you go through your video and you are okay with what you have done, then you can now go to export. And exporting on Camtasia is actually very simple. But before you export, let's just look at this sign right here, which gives you the audio, shows you the audio movement. As I talk, you can notice the movement of this sound. So if you click on it, you can control your sound from here. So this is equally a knob that you can use to control your sound. So this is actually the video playing, and when the video plays, you can control the video sound from here, or you can reduce it. And if it's leave it here, you're going to see that it hits at very top, and you can see this red sign which shows that your video is way too loud. So you can reduce it to somewhere around here and your video will be fine. So I think we are done with this, and we want to come to export. So when you want to export in Camtasia, you can export it to different places. So you can export to Google Drive or to your YouTube, which I don't do. I don't export to YouTube directly. So you can export it to Vimeo, you can export it to TechSmith Video Review, to your screencast.com as a legacy file and as a local file. This is the one I use because I want it to be downloaded to my computer first before I move it and publish it anywhere I want to publish, which is most likely YouTube. So if I come here and I say local file, you can see that you have the option to select even a file type. So Camtasia allows you to export maybe as an MP3 or as an MP4 or even as a GIF. I think this might just be too large to be a GIF, but you can edit this as an audio. So this is going to export as an audio. So if you have a need to edit this audio further, maybe using Audacity or any audio editor that you want to maybe give it some more professional touch, then you can export this only as an audio and then import it again and overlay it on the video itself. So I want to export as an MP4 because this is a recommended file size for the file type for videos. So I'm just going to say MP4, and then I come here and then I name it. I say how to use Camtasia, editor. All right, and then you can select the save location. I usually leave it to Camtasia, so everything is in the Camtasia folder. It just makes it easy for me to find. And once you are done, you click on export, and then you are ready to go. So your video is rendering, and it's going to be rendered depending on how large the file is or how fast your computer is. So this is how to use the Camtasia video editor or the Camtasia video studio or the Camtasia studio to edit your videos. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you really liked it, please like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can equally share this video to somebody that would like it, and watch out for my next video. Thank you for watching. My name is Goodnoel. I'll see you.